Hello everybody. Right, the quest chapter 3. Are you ready? I hope you've done chapter 1 and chapter 2, or you might just be planning and going along with it. That's up to you. You might be drawing it. That's cool. Just draw your story. But chapter 3 is our next stop, okay? So you've got across the desert, you got out the dome, you got across the desert, you survived all of those dangers. I hope you still got your friends and all your provisions. You haven't lost too much along the way. You will need it all. However, you might find some stuff. You can always put that in your story. So, chapter 3 is called Trapped in the Citadel, okay? What's a citadel? It's like a really old, ancient city, all right? Stone and dust and ruins and rubble, okay? So, trapped in the citadel, that's what's going to happen to you this chapter, okay? I'm going to read to you, and then you need to make some decisions again, all right? So, be ready to make your choices. Okay, so having crossed the desert, you have fallen into the clutches of the oxygen thieves. The oxygen thieves live in the citadel in Dark Mountain, where they raid passers-by for their life-giving air. There a city has been built, protected from the dangers of the surface. The thieves decide to throw you into prison, while they demand a ransom from the dome dwellers for your release. Okay, so what ransom are they going to demand? Who would they talk to in the dome and what would they do? Luckily for you, your jailer is a kind old man. He decides to give you a chance to escape. The trouble is that there are 4 routes out, okay, to the safety of the mountain. Okay, so there's 4 ways out, but they each have one danger. So you need to choose which route you're going to take. So remember who you've got with you, your friends and their strengths and their weaknesses, and remember your provisions. And then choose the path that you're going to take. Okay? So are you ready? These are your choices. So you can choose the magma hole. A drop of 100 feet into red hot molten rock, and there is no bridge. Maybe you could get across somehow. Or the corridor of knives. A corridor 100 metres long where knives spring out without warning at all heights. The nest of acid ants. A towering nest of ants, their bites paralyse you for 3 minutes. The thought dragon. He sounds cool. You must pass it without letting it read your thoughts. If it sees itself in your mind, your history. Too hot to handle. You must swing on rungs over a 1,000-foot drop, but the rungs get red hot without warning. The deadly spider. You must cross a giant cobweb. Tread too hard and the giant spider will awake. The flowers of stone. Their perfume is so beautiful, you just have to smell and you're turned to stone. Snake pass. The snake asks you riddles. Answer right or you're snake meat. Okay, so you need to choose, all right, between the magma hole, the corridor of knives, the nest of acid ants, the thought dragon, too hot to handle, the deadly spider, the flowers of stone, or snake pass, okay? How are you going to get through, okay? So I want you to plan, okay? Think about your descriptions. What does it feel like? What does it sound like? What does it smell like? What does it look like? What does it taste like? That's a funny one. Sometimes you do get smells, don't you, as tastes. All right, so think about your senses as you describe, okay? So I want you to write your chapter now. Chapter 3, Trapped in the Citadel. So describe getting caught by the oxygen thieves, how you escape with that lovely jailer who helps you, and your journey through Dark Mountain, okay, with those dangers, okay? You could start with, the rocky sands seemed to stretch for miles, but in the distance I could just see the shimmering outline of a mountain, a huge mountain. As I got closer, I could see the roof, windows. I rubbed my eyes and stared at an ancient citadel. Okay, off you go. Write chapter 3, and I'll see you for chapter 4. Bye!